Hello and welcome to this edition of It's Happening in Dublin. I'm Joe Fox. Well, on Thursday, July 4th, the city will celebrate Independence Day. Here's a look at what will be going on. On Thursday, July 4th, as they do every year, the people of Dublin will gather together in order to celebrate Independence Day. This year's festivities will kick off once again with the city's annual Sherm Sheldon Fishing Derby within the Rec Center pond. That event will see children of all ages trying their hand at fishing and competing to see who is the best fisherman of the bunch.
Sherm Sheldon's actually one of the oldest events during Independence Day, and it's a great event for families with small children. You go to the pond outside the rec center and you actually fish there, and there's a competition who gets the biggest fish. It's really kind of fun.
Following the fishing derby, residents and guests will line the streets of the city in order to catch a glimpse of Dublin's famous Independence Day parade. The theme of this year's parade is Color My World, Red, White, and Blue, and its impressive lineup promises to do just that.
The parade gets better every year, I think. We've had such a great influx of community support from the civic associations. It's a great way for them to get together and do something for the parade. One of the things that we love is having sort of the different entertainment values, whether it's the high school bands, we have clowns throughout the parade that the kids love, and the parade balloons are really impressive. You know, we try to sprinkle them throughout, but the parade ends with Freddy the Firecracker, which is just, like a perfect way to end the parade.
The evening portion of the Independence Day celebration will begin at 4 p.m. just outside of Kaufman Stadium with the Skyhounds Hyperflight Canine Frisbee Disc Championship. At 4:30, guests will be able to enter Kaufman Stadium to sit back, relax, and enjoy some high-quality musical entertainment, which this year consists of opening acts the Emerald City Swing Orchestra and Josh Krajic, as well as headliner Chicago.
This year's evening celebration, we kicked it up a notch by adding the band Chicago. They're really an international band that has appealed to everyone, and I think it's going to be a great event for everybody.
As always, the evening will come to an end with Dublin's fireworks display, and all on hand will be able to witness a show not found in many communities.
Besides just the evening musical entertainment, I would say Dublin definitely has some of the best fireworks that you're going to find in Ohio on 4th of July. It's an amazing display. It's so great to work with the company Zambelli. They do some of the biggest fireworks shows in the nation, and we're so glad to have them to do it for us.
Once again, the City of Dublin's Independence Day celebration will be held on Thursday, July 4th. Those within the city hope that residents and guests alike will attend this year's event and help the country celebrate its past, present, and future.
4th of July really is one of those holidays that you can't miss in Dublin. It really is the family holiday where you get to see all your friends, past friends, community members. It's a great time for everyone.
For more information on Independence Day in the City of Dublin, log on to dublinohiousa.gov. Well, it looks like it's going to be a great day of events, and be sure to come out and join the city in all of the festivities. But if you can't wait until then to enjoy some high-quality entertainment, be sure to come out to one of the Sundays at Scioto events, which is this episode's Dublin, Ohio Places to Go. With the summer months upon us, many within the city of Dublin are looking for new and exciting ways to spend their time. With that in mind, the Dublin Arts Council recently began its Sundays at Scioto concert series, an event that has been entertaining the people of Dublin for 3 decades.
The Sundays at Scioto concert series is celebrating its 30th anniversary. It is one of the biggest Sunday events in Central Ohio. I think in Dublin it's really beloved by the community.
The first Sundays at Scioto concert was held on June 9th and featured community favorite, the Ladies of Longford. During the event, the hundreds of guests on hand were treated to a lively performance by the band that had many dancing in their seats.
So we just had our first concert, Ladies of Longford. It was extremely successful. We had about 500 individuals show up with their dogs, with lawn chairs, with picnics. It takes place on Sunday evenings, which is a great time of the weekend. People sit back and relax. It's an open air event. People get together after a long week and just get to enjoy some great musical entertainment.
Throughout the course of the Sundays at Scioto concert series, a number of community favorite performers will grace the stage, including bands like the Reaganomics, the Floorwalkers, and the British invasion. Those at the Dublin Arts Council hope that more and more guests will make their way out to Scioto this summer and enjoy an intimate concert in one of the city's most beloved parks.
We have all musical genres represented, and I'm telling you, it's multi-generational. We have 80s rock to Latin to swing. It's really something for everybody. It's just a great way to end the week. It's a perfect place to see music, hang out with friends. It's a great atmosphere right here in Dublin.
For more information on Sundays at Scioto or to see a list of performers, log on to dublinarts.org. On each episode of It's Happening in Dublin, we've been bringing you videos brought to you by the Economic Development Department talking about why it's great to do business in the city of Dublin. This episode, we will be showing you 2 of these segments, and here's the first one right now.
My name is Ross Youngs, and I work for a company called Biosortia Pharmaceuticals. We are discovering new drugs from unculturable microorganisms. This is a technology that has never existed and is something that will change drug discovery. Biosortia Pharmaceuticals established its corporate headquarters here in Dublin, Ohio, essentially because it's a terrific community to be able to attract employees, easy access to the entire city, and it is known as a technology hub. Biosortia, as a fairly new company, has been able to engage with the City of Dublin and find that it is very receptive to assisting and helping and actually creating opportunities for our company right here in the city. One of the nice aspects of being in Dublin, Ohio is that it is a community of professionals. We can reach into this community and find the employees with the skills that we need within close proximity to our offices, from the schools to the community activities to the businesses that are located here. This is an ideal environment to work and play and live in. I find Dublin's a brilliant place to have a small business. My first business I founded in Dublin 25 years ago, and now that we've brought Biosortia Pharmaceuticals back into Dublin, I really believe in the community and believe in the ability of the administration here in Dublin to support small businesses and help us grow. I've seen that in my history, and it's terrific to be able to participate in it firsthand.
The Dublin Division of Police recently got some new police vehicles, and It's Happening in Dublin stopped by the Justice Center to take a look at them. If you happen to be making your way through Dublin this summer, you may see some new police vehicles patrolling the streets of the city. In fact, just recently, Dublin purchased 5 new vehicles for the Division of Police.
In 2010, the Ford Motor Company came out with a directive that they were going to be ceasing the production of the Crown Victoria, which is the field patrol car that we use here at the Dublin Division of Police, along with a Chevy Tahoe for patrol use. After we did get that notification from Ford, we took into account that we were going to need to plan for the future in regards to what vehicles that we were going to use for the patrol division. So at that point, we put together a cruiser committee to research and develop and give some advice as to what the best cruiser would be for the Division of Police to move forward with once that Ford was going to cease production.
During its search for a new model of cruiser, the Dublin Division of Police took many criteria into account, including officer comfort, ergonomics, drivetrain, overall cost, handling, fuel economy, maintenance costs, and the accessibility to aftermarket components. After considering all options, the department decided on the Dodge Charger Pursuit vehicles for its new patrol cars, and at the same time purchased 2 Ford Intercept utility vehicles for its SUV patrol.
Some of the benefits of both the Ford Interceptor SUV and the Dodge Charger are ergonomically, they fit a lot of the current equipment that we have inside of our vehicles, so there wasn't a whole lot of other things that we needed to purchase to upfit these vehicles for patrol. They also get great fuel economy. either equivalent or better than what we have now out on the street. They were very cost effective, are both backed by manufacturers' warranties up to 100,000 miles, which we felt was very important for the patrol division.
Another aspect of the Division of Police's new vehicles that may draw the attention of residents and guests alike is their overall appearance. This is due to the fact that they are the first police vehicles in Dublin to incorporate the city's new graphics package, as well as artwork inspired by the division itself.
Also with the new vehicles, we took a look at our old paint scheme versus maybe something that looked a little more modern and something that really stood out and made it unique for the Division of Police here in Dublin. So we opted to not only change vehicles, but we came up with a new paint scheme for those cars, and we stuck with the traditional green and gray paint scheme. However, we did add some additional police logos, and important for us, we incorporated our core values on the rear of the car.
So far, the city as well as the Division of Police have received great feedback about these new vehicles from the officers that have used them, residents, and members of other departments.
We've got a lot of great feedback actually from other police departments and police administrations as to how the new paint scheme looks. Everybody seems to definitely think that it's more visible as a police car and just gives us a unique look.
For more information on the Dublin Division of Police, log on to its website. And now here's an update from Dublin Life magazine about their latest issue.
Hi, I'm Lisa Arand, editor of Dublin Life magazine, the official magazine for the city of Dublin, Ohio. Dublin Life magazine publishes 6 times a year and highlights all of the interesting stuff going on in and around Dublin. In the current issue of Dublin Life magazine, you can read about many of the acts that will be performing at this year's Dublin Irish Festival, including Natalie McMaster, seen on our cover. You can also read about Dublin's deep roots in golf. The Dublin Jerome High School golf team has won the state Division I championship 4 times. And finally, don't forget to submit your pictures to our Shutterbugs contest. We are looking for pictures of people, places, and pets in Dublin, and submissions are open through July 7th. In addition, you can read about the Dublin Convention and Visitors Bureau's Irish Experience Grant Program and much more. So be sure to grab a copy of the June-July issue of Dublin Life magazine. To learn more, visit our website.
On the last episode of It's Happening in Dublin, we brought you a story about the city's new KIA Memorial. And on Memorial Day this year, it was dedicated. Take a look. In the middle of Dublin's cemetery, there's a memorial made of granite and a little glass and standing tall. It can't be missed by those that wander by. On that memorial are names of fallen heroes who served this country. Heroes from right here in Dublin, Ohio.
About 10 or 12 years ago, when I became involved in our post, it became apparent that we didn't have a sufficient memorial, either in the grounds of remembrance, which now exists, or at the cemetery, because Dublin was just a small village and we didn't have the means of doing something more significant. But obviously the city has grown and the number of veterans have grown, and sadly the number of losses has grown. And so we began talking with city councilmen and Washington Township people about a KIA memorial, because the stones are scattered in the cemetery and the old flagpole was nondescript. So it's come to pass.
In May, as part of the city's annual Memorial Day event, guests gathered in the cemetery to witness the dedication of Dublin's new memorial and honor those who have fought and died for this country. Those who attended the dedication were able to see the memorial and read the names of Dublin's fallen soldiers, which have been etched into the stone, along with the seals of all 5 branches of the military, and quotes from both Abraham Lincoln and General John Pershing, all below an eternal flame that will keep their memory alive forever. One name that can be found on the memorial is Lawrence Strayer, an alumnus of Dublin City Schools and a decorated soldier who sadly lost his life in Vietnam.
Well, my brother's name's Lawrence Edward Strayer, and he graduated from Dublin High School in 1962, and I guess he was drafted into the service in '66, and he was killed in Vietnam on May the 9th, 1969, and He was hit with mortar, and he did a lot of heroic things that I didn't really know about until later.
Dublin's KIA Memorial allows soldiers like Lawrence Strayer's legacy to live on well after their service is done. It will stand forever as a symbol of their many sacrifices, as well as the love of their community. Those who were part of bringing it to Dublin hope that guests will take the time to visit the memorial, read the names, reflect, and always remember.
As long as we remember their names, they won't be forgotten. The memorial itself is well executed. It's a proper monument to a proper idea, and one can't walk up to it without taking pause. I guess most poignant about it, I'm so pleased to see it, but most poignant about it is there's plenty of room for future names, and we know they'll be there, and so it's just the price we pay for being Americans, and a price we willingly pay.
This summer, many Dublin residents will utilize Kaufman Park, and here now is a closer look at this city favorite. When it isn't the site of events like the Dublin Irish Festival and the Kiwanis Frog Jump, Kaufman Park is simply one of Dublin's most beautiful places to visit and enjoy. Located at 5200 Emerald Parkway and 5600 Post Road, this nearly 100-acre destination is filled with scenery and amenities for every member of the family. Upon entering Kaufman Park, guests would be hard-pressed not to notice all of the places for children to have a great time, none more than its impressive playground, which is equipped with slides, bridges, monkey bars, swings, and much, much more. In addition to the playground, guests of all ages can take advantage of Kaufman Park's basketball and tennis courts, both of which are open daily and free to whomever wishes to use them. While the children are playing, many parents head over to one of the park's 2 shelter houses to sit back and relax out of the sun. Each shelter house is home to tables and chairs for residents to utilize, and there is even a grill at both just in case you get hungry. Located just to the left of one of the shelter houses is one of the city's most visited and cherished historical buildings. The Fletcher Kaufman House was built in the 1860s, around the time of the Civil War. It remained a residence for more than 100 years, and today is the headquarters and museum of the Dublin Historical Society. Just a short walk from the Kaufman homestead is one of the park's hidden treasures. What may look like a small creek to some is actually the South Fork of the Little Indian Run, one of the 2 forks in the city that come together and flow into the Scioto River. Whether it's exercise, relaxation, or discovery, Kaufman Park offers guests all of those things and a whole lot more. So if you happen to be in the area sometime soon, stop by and explore the grounds for yourself. And now here's a summer construction update with City Engineer Paul Hammersmith.
Hi, I'm Paul Hammersmith, Dublin City Engineer, and I'm here to update you on a few projects going on this summer throughout the city. This summer we have several construction projects going on to improve the city. The first is going to be the Highland Croy Brand Road roundabout up near Dublin Jerome High School. It'll be a multi-lane roundabout. Expect road closures throughout the summer. The work will start the first week of June, and we expect to be done with the project close to when school starts at the end of August. A new bike path is going to be constructed on Dublin Road South from Hertford Lane to Rings Road. It'll be an extension of the path that we built last summer. This is the second phase. Once again, we'll have a road closure as part of this project, and that'll be Dublin Road will be closed from Hertford Lane up to Rings Road, and there will be a posted detour. This summer too, you'll see throughout Dublin that we're going to be resurfacing several of our major streets, and our focus this year is really going to be on our arterials. So expect on Emerald Parkway, France Road, Rings Road, Post Road, and Avery Muirfield Drive that we're going to be doing both milling and resurfacing of those roadways. So there will be delays. Look out for our construction workers during that time. And on Avery Muirfield Drive, that will actually be done at night so that we minimize inconvenience to all of our motorists and our residents throughout the community. But watch for that work. We'll be in some neighborhoods too, up along Muirfield Drive. Fallen Timbers Drive will be resurfaced, as well as Sells Mill Drive and some of the adjoining streets. That work will be about $4.3 million worth of activity throughout the city. Another project that we started last year that we're going to finish this year is the widening of Emerald Parkway from Rings Road to Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. It's been a great project with the City of Columbus. It started last summer, and we're going to finish the remaining portion this summer. So you'll see the roundabout has been constructed at Lakehurst Drive, and we're just starting now on the one at Glendon Court. Traffic will be maintained, but it'll be limited movements at Glendon Court. But by the end of July, that project will be finished. It'll be widened to 4 lanes with 2 new roundabouts, and we're hoping that congestion will be minimized, and it'll be a great improvement for all the businesses along that section of Emerald Parkway. Those are just a few of the projects going on in Dublin this summer. We are working hard to improve the city. This is all part of our annual capital improvements program to maintain the city and build new infrastructure. If you ever want more information, please go to our website, visit our interactive construction map, or at any time, give the engineering division a call and we'll be glad to answer any questions you might have.
This summer, the city will be looking for volunteers during events such as the Irish Festival, Independence Day, and the Scioto River Cleanup, just to name a few. If you're interested in helping with some of these volunteer opportunities, you can go to the city's website at dublinohiousa.gov and find the volunteer page. And now here's our second economic development video.
My name is Valerie Rudock. I'm VP of Operations at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. Nationwide Children's Hospital has worked with Dublin for over 10 years, and I think we have had a very successful relationship. We have worked closely with the city. We've worked with planning and development. We've worked with the city council. We've worked collaboratively on expansion efforts. We started out with the one close to home location and increased that to 2 buildings in a short period of time. Because of growth and because of requests from families in terms of increasing our subspecialty physician services, we decided to increase from 1 building to 2 buildings, and then we increased from 1 location to 4 separate locations. Because of expansion of therapy services, of behavioral health, and then of our urgent care, we outgrew our original sites and located to 4 different locations. So we have 5 separate buildings in Dublin to truly meet the needs of the community. As it expands, we expand. I think both Nationwide Children's Hospital and the Dublin community have quite a bit in common. We both are committed to quality and safety. For Nationwide Children's, every detail, every decision, everything matters to us, because if you have a child, everything matters to you. And I feel that's the same philosophy and the same vision that Dublin has to its families. Everything matters.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of It's Happening in Dublin. As always, we appreciate you watching, and remember, you can go to our website at dublinohiousa.gov to view this episode of It's Happening in Dublin, as well as all other DTV content. And also remember, for the latest news and information on the City of Dublin, you can go to our website and click on eNews Dublin. We'll see you next time.